Manchester United 1, Brighton 3. Brighton have defeated Manchester United 3 times in a row at Old Trafford. They are no longer scared of you guys. They are no longer scared. And I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say because the performance was poor. The players didn't show fight. Like sometimes you ask yourself, if you watch the game against Liverpool and watch the game against Arsenal, you'll be asking yourself, are these not the same set of players? Why would they give the performance? Why did they give us that kind of performance against Liverpool and Arsenal? And they'll meet Brighton and what's it called, Southampton, and they'll be giving you crazy performances. Like, okay, after our game against Southampton, I told somebody, I said, if Manchester United end up playing, what's it called? If they end up playing Brighton like this, with the way they play Southampton, Brighton will defeat them. And it ended up that way. Brighton ended up defeating Manchester United 3-1. So what do you have to say, Micheal?
Okay, thank you. Good evening. As a Manchester United fan, believe me, I am not happy. I am not happy with what I saw. The display was really, really below par. I was watching the ball and then I was so frustrated. Really, if I had my ways, those guys should not be paid this week. Those guys shouldn't be paid this week. Seriously. No. This is really poor. However, based on what you just said, I really understand what you mean. You know, when you play a bigger team and when you play a smaller team. The game against Southampton, if you check, whenever we play smaller teams, it always looks like they are too compact. We don't have any way of breaking them down. You know, and it's always hard for us to play because we were not moving the ball. When Ahmad was playing left wing back, we're just stagnant and like that. So it's continued. Then today also, you're seeing the same thing. The players were slow, stuggy. You know, I watched the game anyway. Individual errors contributed, but then, no, we should have been scoring goals now. Ahmad is not hitting, as in, it was just poor. Everybody was poor. Fernandes was poor. The midfield was poor. Everybody was poor.
Okay, now let's talk about this guy, Onana. I blame, apart from the third goal, I also blame him for the second goal. Look at the second goal very well.
Yeah.
But what was he thinking? Let's look at the third goal. What was he thinking? What was he trying to do?
I don't know. You know, I'm not in his mind. But then, looking at what it is, like if he had gone with his leg to just trap the ball, he would have still gotten the ball. Like there was no attacking threat. Delete was blocking the guy there, the guy that just got in. This person, what's his name? The Brighton player that just entered the middle. He was ahead of him. So there is no need of even going down that far. Take your time. You will catch that ball with ease. Like, I'm still surprised. Like, but then this is football. Without mistakes, you're not going to have a goal. The mistakes happen, but unfortunately it happened at the wrong time. Not when we are trying to come back from a goal down, and then this is happening. It's contributed to killing the team's morale. That one is for sure. You know, and then also just like what I heard the commentators say, the commentators say, should he have gone with a different tactics? You know, I like the fact that he's sticking with his tactics, but then what I see good managers do is that when for some opponents, they use certain tactics. You know, there was a time Pep Guardiola was playing a wing back as a midfielder, coming Stones, using him and the rest of them. But then when Stones is not available, or for some matches, you tweak these things. You can't continue playing 3-man defense with this thing for a slower club. Let me put it that way. A smaller club. You know, we need to attack. What I saw there, yes, we had the midfield compact from the first half, and then our normal Ogate, Kobe Maino, and the rest of them. But this is a game where we needed wingers. not Fernandez deputing for a winger. We need wingers, we need Garnacho, we need everybody to move in so that we get goals in. But then you're still playing as if you're playing a big team. We are playing a small team, for crying out loud. So the coach needs to understand this. I understand he wants to stick to his style, but then for teams, you always change the game so that we know that if we're attacking, we're attacking. We can't be playing this as if we're defending against Brighton. No, we shouldn't be doing that. So those are the things that got me I'm really pissed. I'm really pissed as a fan. I'm really, really pissed.
Okay, so if you were the coach, now what would you do to Onana? Because if I were the coach, I would bench him.
The fact is, when Onana wants to save you, he saves you. But the truth of the matter is, we watched our second keeper the other day against in the cup game. He was excellent. He was good. Yeah, people actually felt he needed more game time. We're surprised Onana had to come back to the fold. But then, if you check, I looked at the game closely. The guy is not really good at his feet. I don't know. Almost all balls that got to his leg, trying to distribute it was really, really, really poor. And the modern game of today, most coaches will always prefer your keeper being good at your feet because you need to play out. You need to play out. So, but then, yeah, I feel what he's doing as a coach is that for you not playing well, the penalty is that you don't get to play games. He takes you out immediately, and that's what happened with Hodlum and Zegzi, substitution. And so I believe he can also do that for goalkeepers. To me, he shouldn't play the next match if possible. And unfortunately, the next match is Europa League, so I think he might not even play him. So, but then, even for Premier League, I think he should bench Onana so that he understands that there's really, really competition. He needs to wake up. He needs to stop making clumsy decisions, clumsy mistakes. Sorry. It's really, really poor from him, and he really made the game. He put the game to bed, believe me.
All right, so what do you have to say?
After that, I wasn't interested. Yeah, finally, it was, in a way, we were picking up. We are picking up for his new style, but I still believe for this style to really work, based on what I've seen the players do, we need our fullbacks to be on form. Mazraoui was poor today. A lot of touches he had. He was almost losing it.
Okay, let me ask a question. Sorry for interfering. Do you think this 3 at the back is affecting Mazraoui? Because since when they switched to 3 at the back, Mazraoui has been poor. Do you think this 3 at the back is affecting Mazraoui? Because when he came and they were playing 4 at the back, Mazraoui was one of the best players in the Premier League. But now he's struggling. I don't think he's used to this 3 at the back.
Yeah, what you said is right. Like I said, when you're playing a 3-man defense, and a 5 midfield, the people who get the load of the work is your wing backs. Those are the people who get the load. That is why you need them to be at their best. So, like I said, we don't have substitutions in that area. Check when Dalot was out because of being booked. He had the time to rest. But we had to now make shift, and the makeshift we did was you saw the loophole because Euro was actually outrun on that wing all the time. All the time, he doesn't have the pace. In our last match against Southampton, we were just lucky to have gone away without him being sent out. He was not making but he was being outrun on that wing. So you see that we need these wing backs to be at the best. If we had Luke Shaw available, Mazraoui shouldn't be playing game in, game that. They need to be fresh. For you to play that wing, what it means is that you're covering, 3/4 of those. And check, we are no longer playing wingers. So they are actually acting like wingers. When he's playing, it's Fernandez. Fernandez has to dribble to move to the midfield most of the time. So what you're seeing is he is being overworked. And he plays game in, game out. So it actually showed today. These are tired legs. We just played and then on Thursday and then you're here. These are tired legs. And you remember they are training. So I feel for we to continue this formation, we need those guys available. If you have to rotate, you have to rotate. If you have to use someone else, like now, if you are using for Europa League, believe me, I will not expect him to be at his best. you know. But then you need your players to be available for you to continue playing that formation. So that is how I see it. So he needs to look at the drawing board and then tweak the formation to enable these guys play, especially when we're playing with smaller clubs in the Premier League.
All right, Michael, thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you after the next game.
All right, thank you so much.